Hello, I'm Evan here. Actually, this is editing Evan. This is actually my first time being in a video. As editing Evan. Basically, in the original version of this video, the first 4 minutes and 40 seconds or so, um, I was essentially recording with my new mic set, getting used to it, and I found out that I started recording that first 4 minutes and 40 seconds without the mic on. And so the whole clip is just silent, and so normally I just put out the straight up unedited video, like just like right on YouTube. However, excuse me. um, like this time I was just like, oh man, there's so much good information in there, and it's like it's just silence, and so it's like I could add like a caption there, but then it would just be like silence, and then having to caption everything I was saying, all that stuff. I was just like, okay, let's just re-record the first portion of the video. Cool. Now that you have that, now that you have that premise, um, I'm going to let you know what this video is about now, and that way you can determine whether you want to stay or not. Yeah. So this video is going to be on a new topic. I'm starting a new. Oh, I bit my tongue. I'm starting a new section today, and this section, I'll be starting is I'm calling it multi-potentiality. Basically, I'm starting a section of YouTube videos for all of my strong-willed, multi-passionate, um, like Renaissance people, my polymaths, my generalists, my scanners, all the different word. I think I might have already said Renaissance people, but either way, essentially all the people who said no to the statement do one thing and stick with it, all the people who are not special, hey, for all the people who don't identify as specialists in the world. One thing that I will say is that this section is not going to be here to put down specialists. It's more so to bring up like multi-passionate people and multi-potentialites, um and uh and basically the term multi-potentialite and the adjective and the or, or in the derivative term multi-potentiality, they were coined by a woman named Emily Wapnick, or I think Emily's NB, so I'll just say a person named Emily Wapnick. um essentially and essentially what Emily did is that I think her pronouns are I think Emily's pronouns are she, they, and so I'll say she, but like I want y'all to understand that he also does identify as MB. That being said, um, essentially, um, almost a decade ago at this point, Emily did a TED talk, a TEDx talk that I think ended up being a TED talk, just like a straight up. I think they put it on the TED channel. Either way, in that TED talk, it's called "Why Some of Us Don't Have a True Calling." I'm going to link it in the description and also probably in the cards too. I love doing that. It'll be right here. I love doing that. YouTube dreams really do come true. I've been wanting to do this for years, and I'm finally doing it. Anyways, yeah. Also, if this is your first time watching a video of mine, I am autistic, and that um and in being autistic, I don't see myself as being disordered. I just need you to understand that I'm wired differently, and my different wiring also influences the way that I interact with people, including how I speak with people. And so if you see me like pausing to collect my thoughts, um, essentially I just need you to like bear with, or actually I don't need you to do anything. I don't need you to do it. If you want to understand, then it's wise to bear with me when I'm collecting my thoughts, because all these thoughts are always getting thrown at me, and so I just like prefer you to not be left in the dark about But I'm not, because a lot of times if people who don't understand things and they start assuming things, and uh, and around me, you need not assume because I can literally just freaking tell you. Yeah. So also if this is your first video, I name everything that I own, or at least on my companions and instruments and tools and digital devices. Like my tripod's name is Joby, or Carrie Joby. um, and then like my phone, my camera, his name is Tenzin. And my trusty fire tablet, her name is Monica. She's my note source. And so all that to say, um, there's been a lot of discussion about. Hold on, I'm trying to get my train of thought back. um, oh snap! I did eye contact with the camera. Let's go. um, that's a big thing for autistic people. Like how like eye contact is very difficult, and so like anytime that I'm able to make eye contact with the camera lens or a person, even just for a second, it's very good. Just I did it again. Cool. I hope there's a wholesome moment for you too. I hope there's as wholesome a moment for you as it is for me. Either way, um, yeah. So to kick off this new section about multi-potentiality for all my multi-talented people out there, all the people who want to be everything in the world or just be several different things in the world. If you don't want to be everything, um, essentially, I wanted to get into the meat, um, or protein, if you're vegan. I got oats right here. Anyways, um, um, yeah. So to get into the satiating proteins of the video, I'm going to start with this point, which is probably the point that all of my other people have been waiting. That all of my people with shorter attention spans have been waiting for. Niche down is horrible advice. Now, I'm a disciple of what I believe in, not a follower of where and what society tries to lead me to believe. Like that's just something to know about me. Um, if if something doesn't work for me, I'm not gonna do it that way. And it's not any sort of like spiteful thing necessarily. Like it really just comes down to like if something doesn't work for you, then I'll speak for myself. If something doesn't work for me, then it's just like, why would I continue to do it? Why would I even try to do it if I know that it doesn't work for me? Or if I've tried it and I found that it didn't work for me, why would I do it again? Either way, um, yeah. So I think that that's just about all that I covered in that first 4 minutes and 40 seconds. And chances are this video is not as succinct as that 4 minutes and 40 seconds. But hey, it's I, but hey, I think y'all are probably gonna get more information than you would have than with just the original video, like with the first 4 minutes and 40 seconds muted. Also, 440 is a really cool number. I love that. It's the same length as Linkin Park's song Blackout. Um, and also my song like Nuke or Stab Wound Nuke, or Nuke or Stab Wound slash Nuke. It's a it's a sweet one song transitions into the other. Either way, my intent is not for my like YouTube topics to bleed into each other per se. At least in this instance, sometimes I can, but in this instance, I prefer them to not bleed into each other. Either way, I think I've compensated for the part that was silent in the original clip, and so from here, I'm going to turn the camera off now, and you'll be able to see like what what ultimate Evan, what common Evan essentially wanted to let y'all know I'm in this video. And so from here, I'm going to turn the camera off and let hey, I'm going to turn the camera off as I'm going to turn the camera off as editing Evan, and then let common Evan, so to speak, or as a way of speaking, take over. Anyways, all right, enjoy the rest of the video. Cool. Oh, hopefully you can hear me a lot better now. Cool. And hopefully the crackling of like me like turning on the mic wasn't too much if you have your earphones in or headphones on. Either way. And the thing is that you see all these different tutorials saying like pick a niche, and like pick your niche and stick to it and do all these different things. And it's really, and again, like the thing is that like if a human is trying to do a business thing, and if a human is trying to do a business thing, and if it is intended to be and remain sustainable, then it shouldn't be as like rigid as that, because people aren't rigid. I'll get into that more later, but basically, I think it's a shame that so many people are led to believe that, and now it's like some people are starting to like pivot and do all these different things. Like, in fact, a lot of people I really admire on YouTube, like they're really starting to, like they got really popular doing one thing or like a couple three things in like specific niches, but then they were like, but then they were like, but then there was but then they were like, there's more stuff I want to do. And so it's like Kelly Stamps, like she started Senpai Stamps because, in her own words, she basically needed to quiet quit YouTube and start a new YouTube channel. So either way, like, and the thing is that it's a shame that YouTube themselves is even pushing this sort of like pick a niche narrative, like um, um, into their own YouTube tutorials, which I think is stupid. And the thing is that like I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm not trying to start any crud with anybody. I'm simply saying I think that that's stupid. Why is it stupid? To be level with you, I don't care what no algorithms say. People are fluid. We have interest. We gain some, we add some more, and sometimes we may even leave stuff behind. But if someone is pushed to leaving something they really love but currently hate, all in the name of pleasing some dang algorithm that seems to be a little out of touch with human reality, then that's a stupid reason to drive someone to hate a passion of theirs that gives them life. Because it's like the thing is that what if there was another way to like what if there was another way to like to monetize your passions and to do what you love without doing so at the risk of like getting to where you hate what you love, because that's just a really unfortunate place to be, like to find yourself in. It's the same reason I don't talk about architecture hardly at all on here anymore. But what if I wanted to add that back into my repertoire on this channel at some point in the future? It's like I'm adding something to the mix. But should my channel have to suffer because I have multiple things I'm not only interested in, but people say I'm exceptionally good at as well? I mean, I don't think so. We can't talk about passions in the earliest quarter of the 21st century without mentioning capitalism and its role here. Like we're all being called to monetize our own passions and hobbies, like I stated a second ago. Um, I can't hold a job because employees don't know how to meet my employment needs as an autistic person who also experiences severe emotional health challenges. So I gravitate to monetizing my passions. because in many ways, I'm doing what I love. Uh, yeah, I'm doing what I love, and eventually I'll be doing it for a living. And I'm being myself. I am being me. And it's funny because like this is really the crux of this. This next part is really the crux of this entire video. If living is a part of what we want from being an influencer, we should be getting paid to be ourselves. Um, it's funny. The thing that finally gave me like the final push to make this video is watching this video by a YouTuber named Charlotte. Um, I'll throw a link to her at least in the description, if not also in the cards. And basically, she made a video called the YouTube algorithm, and basically in that video, she was describing how the YouTube algorithm basically serves to polarize people, like in such a way by giving them more and more and more and more of things that they agree with. And so if you're anything like me, like you're on YouTube for some reason every day. Um, um, and the thing is that, um, and the thing is that, she was even mentioning about like how the like how this characteristic of the YouTube algorithm, like although it works for a lot of different things, Charlotte was talking about how it ties about these studies that showed um essentially like how the YouTube algorithm tied into creating the polarization that you saw like in 16 during the like US presidential election. um, and also like essentially every year since, because it's like stuff has just gotten really really polarized in the past like 8 years, and so and it's funny because it's like Charlotte also feels the same way. It's like if you're doing the thing is that like what's so wrong with making a living about talking about whatever you want? Like since when did that become a crime? Like I don't really understand that. And even if you think that like calling it a crime is exaggerating, it's like when did it become like anything other than preferred? Like at worst desirable, And so and then there's also like the thing is the like another thing that really that really brought me to the crux of this video. Like there were two things. Like one just overall the teachings of a YouTube of another YouTuber I really love. Her name is Lynette Adkins, and it's really cool because it's really cool because about 3 years ago or it could have been 2 years ago. Either way, it was at least 2 years ago. I saw a video of hers that was like get paid to be yourself, and I was just like, yo, this is the video I've been waiting for. Like this is the video that can. It didn't serve as like brand new information because this is what I wanted to do the whole time. I just wanted to get paid to be myself. I just wanted to get paid to do what I want to do. But the thing is that is that like if live the thing is that I'm trying to get my train of thought back. Hold on just a second. But yeah, the thing is that at the end of the day, we really should be getting paid to be ourselves and like watching an evolution, because like the thing is that instead of being strictly a tutorial YouTuber or just an educational YouTuber, I want to show y'all various different aspects of my life, as many as I feel comfortable with. And I'm actually feel comfortable with sharing a lot of those with y'all. Like, perhaps not everything, but like a whole lot, like a whole lot. Not potentially. But either way, the thing is that I have multiple things going on in my life and I want to show them with you. I want to show them to y'all and I want to share them with y'all. And so, yeah, and then I mentioned like two things that tie into the get paid to be yourself slash the other part of what I'm saying as well. Like Willow released her newest album in Pathogen, and in her Apple Music interview with Zane Lowe. Like I still haven't watched the entire thing. I'm still trying to get back around to it. However, like the thing is that like part of the reason I have to get back around to it is because there's so much amazing like nuggets of information and just depth from like that conversation from like two really like emotionally attuned and aware people. And so something that Willow said like in the first like 11 minutes or so, like if not like 6 minutes, essentially like she was saying, like at the end of the day, they just want you. Like in terms of like what a creative like is here to provide to people in the interest of sharing in the interest of sharing their artistry, which is like a primary tenet of my life. Um, it's not a primary tenet of my keto life per se, but it is a primary tenet of like my life purpose, as I currently know it. And so, yeah, the thing is that at the end of the day, they just want you. And I have a feeling that you just want me. Uh, 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 it helps me to believe that. But yeah, everyone's always saying stick to one thing. And the thing is that like and the thing is that as a brief history lesson, I really know where that idea came from. It came from the same sort of thing as like that also sort of gave rise to the rat race. Like that also ties into like that was also like doubled down on like in the wake of World War II. So like back in like the 1800s, like mid to late 1800s, like in the time like around the Industrial Revolution and maybe a tad bit before then. There was this German guy. I don't remember his name, but essentially he came up with these sorts of like things that gave rise and like to what we now know as like a common work schedule, like a 9 to 5. And so um and I don't remember the guy's name. I wish I could let y'all know in this video. I wish I could let you know in this video because like it's really interesting. It's really interesting thinking about where all this came from. But basically, it's like whenever people started making factories, like in order for these people who own large corporations at the time to manufacture stuff, they needed workers because robots didn't exist yet. And so they needed human labor. But the thing is that they really didn't think about it um, or go about it from a really emotionally informed perspective. And so a lot of um, like really shady stuff slipped through the cracks back then. But the thing is that I feel like 50 years from now, 100 years from now, people will be saying the same thing about how our work conditions are, because because um a lot of people, they don't like what they do at work, and like I think that that's it's stupid to spend your time. It's a stupid idea to spend your time. I'm not saying that people are stupid. I'm saying that it is a stupid idea to spend your time doing something that you don't want to do just because people are holding a living wage under your, not under your head, over your head. The thing is that like I understand the fear behind that, but the thing is that like eventually I just had no choice but to stop getting my like directions from outside people, and come back to getting directions from my heart, from my feelings. And like I explained part of this in my videos where I explore the tenets to my key to life, and really like the first and really like the last two tenets. Wait, and it's funny because like the last two tenets, like those are the ones where I feel those are the ones where I feel like that feeling and that follow and that feeling your feelings and trusting your heart and trusting your feelings and trusting your body, like as it is experiencing those feelings. I really feel as the see, it works. It's like I really feel as though people stand to benefit a lot from that. Where was I? Um, yeah. So the thing is that like this whole thing started with the Industrial Revolution and this guy who came up with all these different like oh I oh snap, I remember exactly where I got this from. There's this video by Teal Swan called The Emotional Wake Up Call. I'm going to link it down in the description. Um, and dude, this thing explains so much stuff about like how the world works right now, and even points like in a direction to where how things can be better too if you're interested in like answering the question, how does it get better? How can it get better? It's like there's a lot of really good information in that good video. Yeah. So, and the thing is that, and the thing is that, like from the late 1800s, like through to most of the first half of the 20th century, like up to World War II. The thing is that like as if that wasn't bad enough. And sure, you had like the rise of OSHA and different things like that, and different child labor laws and labor strikes and Labor Day and different things like that. But the thing is that the second worst thing to happen to a human being's ability to make a living, um, like in the past 150 years, um, the first worst thing is the Industrial Revolution. The second worst thing is the rise of specialization after World War II. Because the thing is that like there were architects in the first half of the 20th century and before whom today would be more so considered master builders, in the sense that, and not a lot of people know this, but like in 2024, and for the past like 70, 80 years, the title of architect is no longer like synonymous with master builder. Like it's really been reduced to just sort of a figurehead that stands at the top of a pyramid with like three or four other points at the bottom, where it's like engineer, urban planner, contractor, and like project manager and all these different things. Oh sorry. In the um and and the um and one of my architecture mentors, he explained to me that like architects are basically the person at the top of the pyramid, but really what I now construe that as is that basically, like, instead of building the pyramid, architects are just the figureheads. At this point, like we're the ones who are like, oh, people expect us to build everything, but the thing is that like, and the thing is that you go into architecture thinking that you can build whatever you want, but the thing is that like what you find out immediately, like going into like any sort of educational like program that's set to prepare you for how that profession currently is, like like almost immediately what you find out is that like one, no, you can't build what you is that one, no, you can't build anything you want. Two, there are all these different building codes that are in your way. Um, three, the only way that you can possibly become like a millionaire or like or gain like $1 million in annual salary is if you start a firm and get like a super big firm like Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, or like Corrigan Associates, just like all these different like, or just any like big architecture firm. The thing is that like if you want to go through architecture school and then like stay in that profession, the only way that you can really like make millions off of your work is if you hey, the only way to make millions off of your work is if you start an architecture firm, and people make that a lot harder than it should be. And the thing is that like most people who go into architecture school, they have a deeper understanding of all the other different like aspects of what things are. And it's like, and the thing is that like my teachers had trouble with me in architecture school, like at the time that I was in there, because the thing is that like my multi potentiality made it so I understood the engineering side of it as well as like a good part of the emotional side of it, like in addition to the aesthetic and the design part of it that the title of architect got reduced down to. In short, I was every point of the pyramid, but they just wanted me to be a figurehead at the top. And the thing is that like I ended up switching majors because like that wasn't something that I could really like it wasn't something that I could really commit myself to do. It wasn't really something I could bring myself to do. Um, and I still don't have a degree, but that's another story, and it's an extremely nuanced story. If you want to hear about it, I can start to synthesize a video about it. Like let me know in a comment if you want to hear more about that particular part. Also, and the thing is that like this whole and the whole point of me telling the architect's story about like about how essentially it's like I'm a master builder and they just wanted me to be like the person at the top of the pyramid of design that focuses on aesthetics. Like the thing is that for multi-potentialites, that's just wrong. It's just like the thing is that like what if I can do other stuff? And it's like, no, you can't do other stuff because like the thing is like um or they do one of my favorites. They're like, yeah, if you want a double major, you be my guest. And it's and the thing is, like, for my neurodivergent folk out there like who find figurative language kind of weird, Essentially, what I mean by that is that essentially what I mean, like to be more essentially what I mean by that, to be more direct about it, is that essentially it's like they want you to struggle way more than you should have to, and devote what comes up to like 12, 15, if not 20 years of your life, like just to go through all these programs, to get all these certifications, just to say that you can like do all these different things. But the thing is that like one, like a lot of this stuff conceptually, I've already the thing is like a lot of this stuff conceptually, like in terms of design and engineering and interior design and all these different aspects of design, it's like I have all that down conceptually. I taught myself most of that stuff. And so yeah, and so it's like it's just I say all that to say that I say all that to say that as multi-potentialites, we shouldn't be pigeonholed if simply because people think that they can't do something themselves, or it's like they're more so wired to be specialists, and they're trying to tell you that you can't do anything other than that one thing that they want you to do, or that society wants you to do, or that society says that you're best at, so to speak. But the thing is that the, and the thing that Jay-Z sort of like taught me to question, like the question that he taught me to ask in response to that is, why can't I? Why can't I? You know, just like why can't I do all the different things that I want in life? It's like it's the thing is that like that's like really the like epitome of a simple life for me. It's like my simple life is not like laying like in my bed or on the couch, like just like chilling and like doing stuff like that. It's like I want to go out and like I want to go out and create a better world. I'm looking out of the window. I'm like out of my neighborhood, my childhood. Excuse me, on my childhood neighborhood actually. The thing is that at the end of the day, I think it's really important for people, especially people who are multi passionate and who are multi talented. Like the world's really messed up right now, and it's been messed up for a while now. And the thing is that we need like everyone doing all the things that they're possibly best at and all the things that they want to learn, like from their heart of heart, that their heart is calling them to learn. Um, like in order to create a better world, like we need all the help we can get, and everyone should be doing the thing that they thing or things in this case that they do best and that they want to do, that they love to do. Like it's and anytime they want to pivot and do something else, it's like I don't think you can go wrong with that. Um I didn't want to dwell on this very important point for too long. I'm glad that I did dwell on it for a significantly long time. However, the thing is that at the end of the day, like it shouldn't be this hard for people who like want to do multiple things to do multiple things. Like, why can't we do multiple things? And like, no one can ever answer that question for me because I don't think that there is a good answer. And so it's like I take that to mean that the world might make it really hard for me to do everything that I want, but I can still do it. like somehow, and it's like my feeling my feelings is my guide, um, to help me to continue to be myself and to be authentic, and to go towards the things that I want. I'd like to share this. I'd like to. I'd like to. I'd like to share. Hey, I'd like to conclude this point on a really positive note. I want to share with you some lyrics that I wrote from track 3 of the eh, from the song that is track 3 on my first album, The Artist in Me. Like the song is called Multi-Potentialite, and again, it's like I made it a point to call it that because I was like, I ain't never heard no song in the world called Multi-Potentialite. And the thing is, I don't even know if Emily Wapnick knows about this, but it's like I need her to know about that song because it's insane. It's just perfect. Anyways, so I'm going to share with you the lyrics of the bridge and the chorus, or some people call it the pre-chorus and the chorus. But either way, um, yeah, I say, hey kid, what do you want to do when you grow up? Essentially, like that's what people like ask you when you're a kid, and then and then if they're able to get an answer out of you, they say, do that one thing. And then I respond in the pre-chorus saying, like, there's no, or in the bridge, I'm saying, like, there's no number two because I choose to do all things by any means. And then I turn to the listener and I say, it doesn't matter who you are, you can do what you want to do. Another passion, you do that too. Personally, I have more than just one line of sight. You want to know why? Because I'm a multi-potentialite. Yeah. That's my inspirational lyric for this video. Like, I don't think that that's gonna be something I do every video, but it's just something that I think is cool. Anytime that I can sort of like tie it in. Anyways, um, yes, that's basically all that I have for you. If you feel like this helps you, I invite you to believe it. If you don't feel like this helps you, I implore you, I encourage you strongly to drop it and find something else. Um, the thing is that like I make these videos for everyone, and particularly, wait, I skipped the part. Hold on just a second. Let me backtrack. The thing is that like if you feel like this helps you, if you feel like this helps you, I invite you to believe it. If you don't feel like it helps you, I don't want you to force yourself to do something. Like I want you to drop it and go find something else that feels better to believe. Um, and here's why I say that. You don't have to listen to a single word that I say unless you want to. It's as simple as that. It's like it's not going to like stop me from doing what I'm doing. Um like I make these videos for everyone, and particularly the people who do want to listen to me and what I have to say. That's basically it. So like if you the thing I want to know what you think. Like if you're a multi-passionate person, if you're a multi-potential, if you're a renaissance person, if you're a polymath, a generalist, a scanner, all those different words that they've come up with to describe people like you or me, or me. Um, I'd like to hear from you. And I think I'm gonna put the hashtags like for multi-potentiality and multi-potentialite and stuff like that like into this video so that people can see. However, at the end of the day, I just wanted to at the end of the day, I want to hear from you because it's like the thing is that, like, as I mentioned a couple times in this video before, it's like I am autistic, which means I am mind blind, which means that I can't really know what's on. I can't. I can't really read people's minds unless they tell me in a really direct way, like in a comment or something like that. And so I'd really like to hear from you. Um, uh, at the end of the day, like I love you. I think you're awesome. I am so glad that you exist among us today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.